Hello. It's time to talk about Season 2 of The Legend of Vox Machina. I'm so excited. So, as of recording this, the last 3 episodes of The Legend of Vox Machina Season 2 came out yesterday. And I am so excited. So this is mostly just my view on Season 2, as well as how I felt like it did well, adapting the material that there was, as well as not really any critiques. I'm happy what they did. I understand they can't make every single scene that I would love to have them make in from the live stream to animation, because that would take so fucking long. I don't know if you know this, but average Critical Role episode 3 to 5 hours long. So yeah, but let's get on to what what I want to talk about, which is the actual show itself. Now then, I will say I have talked about Season 1. You can go check out the video, as well as I have talked about Critical Role as a whole. You can go check out that video. So, what's to be said about Season 2? So, all in all, this video will talk mostly about it. I might spoil Season 1, as well as other aspects of Season 2 within this video. So, if you want to go watch The Legend of Vox Machina, which you should go do that before coming back to seeing my point of view. But if you don't care about that and you want to just hear this bearded man speak, stick around. So, on to what actually happened. Season 2 starts off directly after Season 1, where after the lovely group of Vox Machina defeated the Briarwoods, and Percy actually finally found happiness again in his life, we have now them being summoned to the Cloud Top district of Iman, and the Sovereign Uriel abjugating the throne to the Council of Tal'Dorei. We know people that are on the Council of Tal'Dorei, but it's fun. And then the dragons attack, specifically the Chroma Conclave, a group of 5 dragons, which one was killed at the beginning of Season 1. Brimscythe, the blue dragon, who was, I've heard different views. I think he was either a young or an adult dragon, which is still kind of crazy to think this dragon was able to infiltrate the inner council of Tal'Dorei to disrupt the military, because it was all for the plan of the Chroma Conclave riding up and fucking shit up. And they did. And it is quite great. And the rest of the season is Vox Machina trying to figure out a way to defeat the dragons, as well as, save the world, essentially. And you might be thinking, well, there's 7 of them. It can't be that hard to defeat a dragon. Have you ever looked at the dragon stats for 5e? Specifically, the ancient dragon stats, which are the oldest kind of dragons and the most deadly. Quite literally, I have my monster manual right over here. This is the stat block of a ancient red dragon. It's a whole fucking page. It is nothing to be sneezed at. And it's a challenge rating 24. Now then, challenge rating in 5th edition is a whole mess of worms that they really should have fixed. But either way, it is meant for high level parties. Like 20 level parties. That being said, you could probably be able to defeat a red dragon, an ancient red dragon, or any ancient dragon if you had a party of 7. That it's quite simple. It's how the game mechanics work. Action economy is key. But these are dragons tooled for a high level party with 7 people being involved, maybe more. Quite literally, they are meant to be a threat, and Matthew Mercer did a great job during the campaign. And during the show, they make it quite clear that these fuckers are coming to kill everything. In the first episode, they show the devastation that happened when 4 ancient dragons that are 4 different kinds of ancient dragons, not even just of the same color ancient dragons. We have a red, green, black, and white dragon, with the blue one already being killed. But they are quite literally so fucking devastating. And when I remember watching the originals, like, section, like, stream of that, or the VOD, I think I was catching up at that point, I remember being like, oh shit, this is bad. And quite literally, it is bad. So, after, being essentially bitch slapped by ancient dragons and retreating, they eventually go to Whitestone and get the next part of where they should go to help defeat the dragons, which is collecting the vestiges of divergence, which in D&D type standards are just magic items. They're quite literally very strong magic items that in the world of Exandria, they were made during the Calamity, which was when all the gods decided to be like, we're gonna fight each other on the earth. That is an oversimplification of the entire event, but during that time, people and gods made these different items that were like arch magi and gods bestowing them upon their champions and all these crazy things that they made these different objects, items, weapons, armor to essentially help them win. And when the divergence happened, where the gods were like, oh shit, we really fucked up, we're leaving the mortal plane and going to our own things, the items were scattered, and essentially the group is now on the hunt for these magic items to hopefully be able to defeat the Chroma Conclave. And quite literally, the majority of Season 2 is them just trying to get a few of these items to be able to defeat the dragons. And quite literally, it is fantastic. You have so many good moments that I remember from the the live stream, and being so happy to see like it being better than what my imagination had it, or when they were explaining all these different events. Quite literally, I think that it is very solid. Again, they do change some parts and move things around to make it a more cohesive story, because like I said before, this is essentially the final product of the table read that they did for the actual game. It is quite fun like invigorating to watch like these moments be played out and being better than what you imagined. It is so fucking good, and I love it. They also, the one thing that I will say that is definitely quite shocking is that the quality of animation went up. Like, Season 1 was pretty good, but you definitely felt like they were on a budget. This was before Amazon was like, oh shit, this is a great series that a lot of people are watching. Let's throw more money at it. And woo, did they ever throw more money at it. Quite literally, it is a very, very solidly animated, and the dragons look fucking terrifying. I've heard like they are a combination of CGI, which is gonna, like, it would be weird if it was just CGI, but they also sort of did 2D animation over it to make it feel more like in the world, and it just like comparison to Brimsight from Season 1 to the Ancient Dragons from Season 2, oh man, they really did well, very solidly. And then also how the different vestiges look and they function somewhat similar to what they do in the game, but certain things got changed. For instance, the Deathwalker's Ward didn't have the hasted abilities that it does in the show. Those came from Vax's boots. And Fentress, the bow that Vax gets, didn't have the fire arrow things. She got that from a bowstring that she got from like long ago, and she kept on using that. She replaced the bowstring from Fentress to use that. But either way, it's extremely solid, and the majority of the show is great. Every point happens well, and it is so good. Like, I cannot stress enough that this is a very, very solid show and very solid season. Like, one, they showed my favorite moment within season 1, well, one of the favorite moments, and that was the kill box, where the plan went great and then it went wrong, but then it turned out great. It was so good seeing that animated, and not to mention having it over a heavy metal track that the music is also pretty fucking great in this show. So, oh man, what else can I talk about? Oh yeah, the voice acting. The main cast, great. Like, they're already great. We already knew that because there were a bunch of nerdy ass voice actors sitting around and playing Dungeons and Dragons. But the voice actors and the actors that they got to place in all the different roles that Matt used to do during the show, really solid. I never thought like any voice didn't suit them. We also saw fan favorites come back, like Victor, as well as Cash and Zara. Like, oh man, it is very, very solid, and I hope, really, really hope that season 3 comes out not next year. Please, for the love of God, if you are listening to this, I don't know if you would be, Critical Role, Amazon, whoever, do not hold this until next year. I need to know how this, like, how they put, like, I need it. I know what's going to happen because I've seen the game, but I need to see it in animation form. I just can't wait a full fucking year. Don't do this to me. Don't. So, oh, it's just so good. It's so solid and good. I need more. Yeah, I don't really have any negatives to say. Like, every plot point that they showed was great. Every character growth was great. Percy, sort of took a background, but that happened in the game and the campaign as well. Just because the first season was essentially just his story, and now it's everyone else's story, and he's just trying to figure out his place in the world after getting over, I'm really into revenge and I must see the people that did this to me die. So yeah, all in all, really solid. If you have the time, go watch season 1 and season 2, and if you are interested to see what happens before whenever they announce season 3, because they already did say season 3 is going to happen, which is the continuation of the Chroma Conclave arc, and whoo, there's some interesting parts that happen next. Yeah, and also, because I haven't really been able to mention it, they've also announced that they are going to do a series for the Mighty Nine, which is the group from Campaign 2 of Critical Role, which has a new whole series of like adventurers, as well as taking place, I think it's like 22 years after Campaign 1. So, yeah, I'm really excited. Again, I hope that they release this before next year. So, yeah. I could talk about the rest of this whole entire series for, an hour, but I'm not going to. But, yeah. If you have watched the season 2 of The Legend of Vox Machina, tell me about it in the comments down below. If you love Critical Role, tell me down in the comments below, because I really do enjoy it. I bought more of the comics, and I am really excited for season 3, as well as, the rest of the campaign 3 with the Bell's Hells. So, yeah. If you want to see more of this stupid bearded face, think about hitting the subscribe button. Yeah. If you like the video, hit like. If you dislike the video, dislike it. But go watch The Legend of Vox Machina, and yeah, stay safe out there. Read some manga, play some D&D or Pathfinder or whatever tabletop RPG that you are jamming with right now. And yeah, that's it. Bye.